Hi, my name is Rob Biglom, owner and operator of It's All Good Guide Service here in the Pacific Northwest, fishing the Columbia, the Willamette, and the Pacific Ocean. A little bit of a demonstration here between KastKing and the local competitors of rods and how they react to the different flashers and what we offer here. Loomis's E6X, and I have Lamiglas's Kenai Kwik. I have KastKing's Pro Troller 10'6". They're all the same length rods, and they all have 16 ounces of cannonball on the end of the rod. And obviously what you're going to see here is a stiffer section in the KastKing, and as it gradates down through Loomis's, where the mid section is pretty strong and the tip starts to fold over, and there's flexibility there. And then you get into the Kenai Kwik, where it's just really a parabolic curve throughout the whole thing, all the way down. So it has a softer mid-range and still the flexibility in the tip. So when we're working with different flashers and different techniques, all these features in the rod reflect into what you have on the end of the rod. Starting with the handle section of the rod, what you'll find is that the reel seat on the KastKing rod is about 2 to 3 inches forward of any of the other competitors, and that really helps with control of the rod and the reel when your arms are a little bit further out in front. The other thing about KastKing handles is their handle is somewhat of a serrated edge versus the very smooth finish on these others, and when you've got wet hands, it allows for a firmer grip on the rod. Another area of the KastKing rod is right above the handle. They've got Kevlar that actually reinforces this whole section from this zone down to the butt section, and none of the others give that opportunity to you for strength in the rod itself. Then the first eyelet is a little bit further out in front that gives you a longer guide zone back to the reel that really helps in spooling on the reel. As you progress further down, you enter into the splice zone of the rod at this point, and if you'll notice that they've got a wrap just on the lower section and an eyelet on the others above it, where the other two have a eyelet below it and a single wrap, or they've got the eyelet above it and no wrap below it. So the strength connection is a lot stronger. The other thing you want to really notice is all the eyelets right here that have got 3 legs to them that continue down the rod beyond the splice, where your other competitors don't have that. And then further on, the strength of your rod is all right in this lower mid zone, and you've got greater strength in that part of the rod to help you fight the fish. If you get too weak a strength, I know it's a softer tip, but you don't have the strength to fight the fish when you get it on. So what I want to talk about now is the use of these rods with the 360 flasher. And in most setups, what you have is a head line on the flasher that comes off of the rod that's about 24 inches. I use about 150 pound test mono. And then on the tail end that goes to your spinner, I'm using about a 50 pound test mono, roughly 30 inches long. So as these flashers are doing about a 24-inch circle, when you're trolling them, what you're looking for in a rod is not the softer tip, because it doesn't have it allows that flasher to not react the way it should. But what we want is a little stiffer tip, and you're going to get that snap. And that's what the key is when you're fishing with these flashers. You want that quick snap that allows that flasher to go around and around. And then when that's doing the right thing, then your spinner on the end, what it's going to do, it looks like a little firefly out there, and you're out there to really irritate the fish, and that's what they're going to be after and bite. So as well, using an inline flasher that doesn't have a lot of action on the rod tip, the unique thing about the KastKing rods is with this mid-range section, and you're running, say, let's just say you're a normal boat owner and you got 4 people on the boat. So you get rods that you can reach out there, get your spread width greater than you can with the softer tip, because it folds over on itself, and your bait is a lot closer to each other, where you, in those cases, what you're looking for is a wider pattern when you're going behind the boat. That gives you greater opportunities for success.